How to know when a woman gives up on a relationship. Your woman on your relationship. You love her, but you've had a rocky few months or even years if you're in a long-term relationship. She's been acting strange lately and you cannot pinpoint what exactly has changed. Is it because she's tired of the relationship? Is it because she's having an affair? Is it just in your head and things are as they've always been? Today, I share 7 signs almost every woman will show at some point before she packs her bags and tell you she's leaving you forever and you should never call her again. The first sign is that she responds to everything with okay. And it's not the okay with an exclamation mark at the end. No, she says it like she means it, but not in a good way. She says okay like she's tired and doesn't want to argue, but also doesn't care if you're okay with her okay, if that makes any sense. Her intonation is a little bit like, I don't care, it's fine, and it truly is, just not in a good way. Your woman says okay, and she's sad about it. That means she's not just okay with what you've just told her. Let's say you've cancelled plans together for the weekend because you've got something coming up with the guys. She's sad about every other time you've cancelled plans, but because this would be the 3569th time you would argue about it, she doesn't even bother starting it. You think everything is fine and she's just accepting things. She believes that's another nail in the coffin of your relationship. She shows no concern about you, which means she's giving up on the relationship. You're alive and that seems to be enough for her. It sounds harsh, but that's the way she acts. You tell her something happened and she doesn't get into your overwhelmed mood. As soon as she makes sure you're physically okay, she puts a stop to her care. Of course, that doesn't feel normal. And it isn't. You're slowly becoming the ex she occasionally wants to gossip about. Not cool, but it's the reality of the situation. She doesn't insist on knowing where you are and what you're doing. You used to get so annoyed when she texted you asking where you were. You miss her 1,000 questions about what you're doing and how long before you get to her. Yes, you thought she was a bit clingy, but you liked it on some level. You miss that because she doesn't really ask you anything lately. It almost feels like she's waiting for you to go to her to tell her stuff, yet when you do, she doesn't care. And yes, that's a huge sign she's slowly giving up on the thought of being in a relationship with you. She has detached physically and emotionally from you. She's been a bit weird with your sexy time lately, but even when you're in the act of doing something together, she's not even present with you. I mean, physically she's there, but she isn't. You ask her what's wrong and she says nothing, and it's like she seriously won't share what's happening. So you stop asking because she should act like an adult and just say what the matter is. Yep, your girlfriend is giving up on her relationship with you, and you might be hearing more about it soon. The next sign is when the girls are more important than you. She used to ask you if you've got weekend plans so she could organize something with her bestie. However, now she's letting you know she already has plans for Friday night, and you feel something doesn't match the picture. It doesn't. When two people are in a healthy and loving relationship, they prioritize time for each other and then arrange meetings with friends. Of course, if you live together, things might be a bit loose, but still, do you have something planned for the weekend or shall I fix something with the girls? It's a kind of a 5-second long question every woman would ask. If she doesn't, she no longer intends to change her plans according to your desires. She is over this relationship. She prefers spending time alone than with you. I know it sounds like a very easy to catch sign, but it isn't. When a woman gives up on a relationship, she would tell you she's very tired and needs some alone time. She would need it multiple times a week, and it's not like she's going anywhere. Here's what she does. She puts her pajamas on and watches Netflix until 4 a.m. She makes herself a bath or stays for hours by the window reading books, scrolling on social media or cooking something she loves. Yes, even if you live together, you will notice she's away and by herself, in another room, going to sleep earlier than usual, not asking you to do something together. All those are subtle signs your lady's pulling away from the relationship. And here is the biggest sign. You don't argue anymore. You used to hate it when she was picking fights for anything and everything. Whether it's her hormones, neediness, or insecurities, you felt watched under a magnifying glass. And even if she wouldn't start a fight, she would at least voice her concerns and let you know she isn't okay with something. And then it all became quiet. You didn't even notice it for a while. You thought that she's probably finally learning you are who you are and you both should accept each other. You said she shouldn't care so much about everything, so she stopped caring about anything. She stopped arguing with you. She stopped challenging you. She is silent, too silent. You're in trouble when a woman goes silent for a few hours, but if she's been silent for weeks, there is almost nothing to stop her from leaving. She has given up on this relationship. And now you might be asking, why doesn't she just say something? I am going to be the annoying one to tell you she did tell you. A lot of times, everything you heard so far that was missing was her letting you know something is not okay. And I can guarantee you that at first she was trying to talk to you about it and she was getting annoyed. When you didn't offer change or adjust to the situation, she became furious and things became unbearable. And then it all went silent. She gave up, but she tried. Why doesn't she just leave if she doesn't care about you? She will. Have no doubts about that. It sounds rude and hurtful, but she is arranging things for herself. Whether that would be waiting for a specific time of the year, let's say after someone's birthday or a holiday, or saving money for a rent if she has to move out. She's waiting for something to happen before she walks out of that door, and she won't be coming back because she has given up, and you noticed it too late. But what if you don't want her to give up on your relationship? Once the shock is gone, and once you go past the phase of, if she doesn't want to be with me, then she should just leave, it is time to ask yourself, do you want her to give up on your relationship? Are you ready to end things with her and never see her again? Are you okay with her not being part of your life? Of course you will miss her for a while. It's how it is when someone you share bed and thoughts with leaves. But do you wish she wouldn't leave? Do you wish to start working on the things she's giving up on and just make it alright? Not like before, but better. Like starting fresh and falling in love with each other all over again. Of course it's possible. Couples with all types of backgrounds have failed, but also couples with all types of backgrounds have succeeded. Which statistic do you want to be part of? These were 7 signs a woman has given up on a relationship. If you found value in this video, I would really appreciate a like. Please consider subscribing. See you next time.